Today, guys, I have something very exciting and cool to share with you. It was one of the most fun automations that I've built recently, and a lot of it is because of the AI coding assistant Cline, which is so amazing. It actually started with a hiccup or a challenge that I had because one of my tools broke, and then I decided I need to find a workaround, so I used AI obviously, and Cline really helped me. A lot of out of the box thinking in this process, but I think you will enjoy it because it's also very creative, and also it's very useful because it's a use case for B2B lead generation. So let's dive right into it. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet and you are interested in AI, automations, coding assistants, AI agents, stuff like this, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. I try to provide data-driven value almost on a daily basis. Now let's get going. So the goal was to scrape LinkedIn. Specifically, I want to extract data about companies with high intent of buying. So basically going to the job board in LinkedIn and finding companies. Let's say I'm looking for a media buying gig in the US only for freelancers that is remote. This is something that you can find in LinkedIn. So what I used to have an automation using Microsoft Power Automate Desktop, which is an RPA tool. RPA stands for Robotic Process Automation. And every day it used to go to the LinkedIn job board, find relevant jobs that were posted based on my criteria, and then it would analyze whether or not that company fits my criteria. So I looked for companies with 10 to 50 employees. If it was within the criteria and the job description was relevant, what I had Power Automate do is find the CEO or the CMO, scrape his profile, and 3 days in a row it would like his profile, and only at the fourth day, like his recent post, and only on the fourth day I would send him a DM. Let me just give you like context so you can see how it looks like. So I'm assuming that you guys know how does LinkedIn jobs look like, but basically you can come here, jobs, let's say remote AI jobs in Europe, Liberia, or let's say United States. So this is actually a cool flow for you guys, even if you want to do this manually. So you come here, date posted, let's say past 24 hours. Let's say only remote gigs. So then we have all of these gigs, 300 gigs. We can also look by experience level or salary. So my automation used to do this on a daily basis. Then it would scrape the job post. From the job post, it would find the company name and the company URL. From here, it is very easy to just dynamically change the URL to the people, sorry. And then it is also very easy to send here CEO. And then this filters out the CEO. In this case, this company doesn't seem to have a CEO, so let's just remove it. Let's see what position do they have. Never mind, not a good example of a company, but okay, let's show this correctly. So Calyptus, head of marketing, alumni, not people. Let's write CEO. It's an organization. It doesn't seem like a company. So let's look for a company. Just a sec, guys. This is one of the parts of the video in which I'm kind of thinking whether or not I should skip or I should like move forward and show the full flow. It's not the main part of the video, but let's just finish this. Once you get started with something, you got to finish. So people, CEO, and then we have the CEO. Let's assume that this is one of the CEOs. We find it, and then we like the recent post. So I used to have this in Microsoft Power Automate desktop, which is free for use. It's an amazing tool for those of you who are using Microsoft. If you're not using Microsoft and you want to automate and use RPA, I recommend using Ecom server. You can get it for $20, and then you can just, use it on that server, run it in the cloud. I also have like a 2-hour tutorial about Microsoft Power Automate. Anyway, unfortunately, in the last 3 days, Microsoft Power Automate, at least my version, is broken. I don't know why. Seems to be a huge bug. So I was kind of stuck, and I wanted to revive this automation, and I was annoyed that it didn't work. So I said, okay, let's not rely on Microsoft Power Automate. We must find a workaround. So I decided I will try to build this using Cline, which is an AI coding assistant, and AutoHotkey, which is a free scripting tool, and Python, make it more robust. So first of all, for those of you who don't know what is Cline, this is Cline. You can get it from the marketplace. Just come here to the extensions. You write Cline, and you just install it. In my opinion, it's the most powerful AI coding assistant. You should add your API key, whether or not you're using OpenRouter or Anthropic. I like using Claude, so I usually use Anthropic or OpenRouter, which actually provides you the ability to use Claude. And what you can do here is you can just start asking Cline to generate code for you. So in my case, I wanted to create an automation using Python and using AutoHotkey. Now, you can say, okay, why didn't you use Python for scraping the whole thing? Because then it will be the most robust and you don't rely on any external tools. This is somewhat correct, but there are downsides to using only Python when you're scraping, especially when you're scraping social media websites such as LinkedIn, Facebook, etc., because they impose captchas and it's also illegal. So let me show you what is the difference. Let's ask ChatGPT what is the difference between doing this. Just a sec. What is the difference between scraping LinkedIn with Puppeteer or Selenium or Power Automate Desktop or AutoHotkey? Let's see what it responds. This is an important concept because as long as you're not using like a very sophisticated tool that allows you to solve captchas and use headless or headless browser or like sophisticated browsers, it's very risky to automate in the platforms. So this is why I liked using Power Automate a lot, because it kind of mimics the user actions on the screen. And then you can also send like random clicks and random waits. So the platform won't recognize you as if you're a bot, because what people usually do when they are running a bot, a scraping bot, they just send it to go fetch the data. But this seems obvious for the platform. The platform can very easily understand that you're using a bot. So as you can see here, Selenium, for example, is a browser automation framework primarily used for testing, but also suitable for web scraping. The advantages is highly flexible and programmable, and it can emulate human interaction with websites, mouse clicks, scrolling, etc. This is very important. Guys, if you're scraping or automating, do these mouse clicks and scrolling, etc. So you don't come across as a bot. And the disadvantages is first, it requires coding skills, a higher detection rate on LinkedIn unless you implement advanced anti-bot techniques. So the coding skills, it's kind of relevant these days because we have AI and we have Cline, which can basically turn our natural language into code. But this is the biggest factor. Power Automate is a no-code / low-code tool, very easy to use. And it provides a GUI for automating tasks like screen scraping or button clicks, limited flexibility, not optimized for web scraping at scale, but it is enough for daily use and for the use case that I shared with you. And the good thing about Power Automate Desktop is that the likelihood of being detected is smaller. But since Power Automate doesn't work, I decided to use Auto Hotkey. And Auto Hotkey is basically, while they say this, I disagree because I will show you the process. They say that it is true that it doesn't have any anti-detection features, but on the other hand, I used Auto Hotkey in a way that completely mimics a user behavior, and I believe that with the correct waiting time, it doesn't flag the LinkedIn system. So this is a nice table. Never mind, let's just move forward. So what I did, let's see that I covered what I wanted. Yes, okay, so what I did here, before I show you what I did, let me just show you what is Auto Hotkey. Auto Hotkey basically is a simple open source tool that allows you to send clicks and open apps in your Windows and do a lot of things. You can just basically script automation. So I can script the clicking of this button. I can script minimizing windows. I can do anything that I want. Just basically tell the script exactly what you want to happen, and then it will automatically do this. So imagine this as if you have like an Excel macro when you build an Excel macro. So you do a few actions in Excel, you record them, and then from there on, when you hit the play button, it can just replay the actions that you did in Excel. So it's kind of like this. So it's kind of a macro builder for Windows. So the cool thing is you don't need to know Auto Hotkey when you're using an AI coding assistant. So what I did here, I came to Visual Studio Code, and basically I told I told Cline to create a Python script that what it will do, first it will take a link of a job post, and then it will open the Chrome browser using Auto Hotkey. And Auto Hotkey, what it does, it just saves the HTML of the file. It doesn't scrape it, it just saves the HTML. And then back in the Python, we are going to we're reading the HTML, and we are looking using regex for links of the company. So let me just clarify this, and perhaps I will show you the whole flow from A to Z. So let me open Canva, it will be easiest. So what I wanted to achieve, what I wanted to do is find a job post. This is done with Serper Dev. I will show you in a moment. Then find the company page. So we are doing this by first we use Serper Dev. We give the link of the job post, and then we trigger the Python script. And what the Python script does, which first opens the browser with a Auto Hotkey, and then it finds the links of the company and puts it in Excel. Okay, so first of all, Serper Dev, for those of you who don't know, is a powerful tool that allows you to connect as if you have an API to Google search. So the pricing is like $50 for a lot of calls, and you also have free credits, so just sign up and start testing this. What I want to show you is we are going to scrape. Let's say we want this. So what we can do here, no, let's do this kind of differently. So we want to use Google. We are using Google, and what we want to do is search in linkedin.com/jobs for marketing and AI. So this is a search operand in Google. What this returns basically is all pages that contain this, that contain marketing and AI within this page. So let me show you an example. If we go to Google, if we go to the search, we come here, we do site LinkedIn jobs marketing AI. It will give us a list of all jobs that are related to marketing and AI. This is a very important. Knowing Google search operands is very powerful. You can also come here, tools, advanced search, and use this here. So I mean, redefine or refine your search. So let's say we want to look for marketing and AI without Facebook ads, and only post from the past 24 hours. So this is the advanced search, and in this domain. So this is the advanced search, and this is what we are going to get, you see? And basically, ideally, you want to scrape Google, but since this is a Google will impose captchas very fast, this is why we are using serper.dev. So let's take this search operand and we place it here. This is the query. As you can see here, you can also use this code in your code, but we are using just the playground just for the sake of showing the example. So when I hit the search button, in the results, I'm getting all the links of the pages. Or basically, as you can see here, it's supposed to be similar to the results over here. So we are taking one of the job posts. Let's say we're taking this. Let's see, let's take this one, for example. I have some like this one that I said from before. And basically what we want to do, we want to open this and find the link to the company page, which is here. Now, I know this is might be a bit confusing, but let's do like a break and explain what we have so far. So first, we are using serper.dev in order to get all the job posts that are relevant based on our needs. How did we fetch these? We wrote this specific query. If you're an engineer, you change marketing and you write engineer here. Or you just use this, like the advanced search, to refine your search. Once you have the links, we are going to trigger the automation. Now, the automation was already built using Cline. I just told Cline exactly what I did. I went back and forth a few times just to refine. I'm not going to show you everything because it's pretty straightforward. And on the other hand, I don't want to make the video too long. Let me show you how it looks like. So we are going to run the script. We are going to paste over here the LinkedIn URL. And again, what we want to do, we want to extract the LinkedIn URL. We want to open this URL and extract the company page. And from there, the next step, probably tomorrow, I will build the ability to find the CEO of the company and then sending likes or whatever I feel like. But for now, let's run this automation. We expect the auto hotkey to open the Chrome, save the file, and then the Python is going to take the the links of the company using regex and save them in an Excel file. So let's start this. As you can see, it is updating everything in the GUI of Python. You can see here, it actually mimics the actions. So it opened up. It's going to open. It's very likely that it broke. You know, this is how it goes when you demonstrate stuff. Let's try again. Let's pause this for a second. Let's close all Chrome browsers. I think they are closed. Let's do like this. Pasting the file. Yes, so it will open the page. Okay, so great. This is a great opportunity for troubleshooting. So as you can see here, the issue was it opened the page, but it didn't wait for it to load. So we need to add a wait. I'm actually happy that this happened. As you can see, this is the file. So let's add a short wait so we don't save the LinkedIn page before it was completely loaded. Let's add a short wait so we don't save the LinkedIn page before it was completely loaded. As you can see, I just told it what I want in natural language, and it's going to update both files. We have the Python file and the auto hotkey file. And this might completely break the automation, and then we will get into like a shitstorm and the video will become longer. I hope it won't. Okay, it says that it updated it. Let's see what it did. Okay, extended wait times, initial browser startups 2 seconds, dynamic content loading 15 seconds, page scrolling pauses 2 seconds, total additional wait 21 seconds. New loading process, wait for initial page load, wait 15 seconds for dynamic content, scroll down twice to trigger lazy loading. This is amazing that it thought about this. Scroll back to top, then proceed with saving. Status logging is going to log everything. And yeah, let's get going. Let's see how it looks like. We are using the Python. The Python script triggers the auto hotkey. Let's see. We need to paste this link. Okay, it says parameter is invalid. Let's see, what did I do wrong here? Let's try again. Okay, so okay, cool. It's good. It's good that we are debugging together. Okay, so we have an error here. Now the thing is, I cannot copy this error because it's just, you know, this Windows message box. So what I can do instead, I can just copy this and let's do snipping tool. I'm going to copy the screenshot, I'm going to save it, and I'm going to send it to Cline. Snipping tool, let's save it. Screenshot, error, YT. Okay, so we can come here. And as you can see in Cline, you can just upload an image. So what we are going to do is, where did we have this? I think it was in downloads. Yes. Please advise. It's going to fix probably a minor issue with the file. Let's wait for it to fix. Let's close the Python. And the funny thing is, it like worked 100% before the recording, but it is what it is. It's actually a good opportunity to show some debugging and troubleshooting. Let's close the snipping tool. Okay, so as you can see, Cline is updating me that it fixed everything. Let's test again. So copying the link, extracting. Again, the issue, let's see, same issue, same problem, I guess, same problem. Let's revert to the edition that worked. Let's give it another shot, otherwise I will start concluding the video, and hopefully guys, you believe me that it worked, and when I sort this out I will update you. Let's try again. Okay, let's see. I have a feeling it won't work now. I like being optimistic, but sometimes things can get messy. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So this is what we wanted. We wanted auto hotkey to open the whole file. Now, as you can see, open hotkey saved the file. It was supposed to save the file in the platform, in locally, but I think it didn't, because I think it was broken. And now basically the script is waiting for the file in the directory, but since it didn't save it correctly, it won't find it and it won't keep on working. But before it did work, let me just show you like the final results that we got. So the links, I hope that I didn't remove everything just for the sake of the examples. Yes, I obviously removed everything for the sake of the examples. So it seems as if it didn't work. Anyway, this is one of the issues with working with auto hotkey on Microsoft Power Automate. And in general, when doing browser automation, it is not robust. So for example, when we use serper.dev in order to pull from the API, it is more robust because we know exactly the structure of the things, the way that we are going to get the data. But when we are relying on browser automation, clicking stuff, mostly clicking and sending keys, the automations are not robust, but you can do like error handling and take the lack of inherent robustness into account when you build the scripts. And this is something that we should take into account. I probably should have taken this into account. When I build production level automations, I do take this into account, but the goal of this video was just to show you how you can use Cline to think out of the box and automate with using auto hotkey and Python and combine things, and obviously also to expose you to the whole lead generation workflow that I think is very valuable. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the videos. I hope you enjoyed it, although it was a total disaster in the end. If you did, please leave a like and comment below. Otherwise, leave your criticism. It's also all good. Until next time, keep on automating.